Hey guys, Lemon02, currently getting ready to cube a draft here, so I'm going to try to do something a little different this time. We'll see if I can do that. But I don't think I can because unfortunately I think Jace Vryn's Prodigy is probably the first pick here. Avenger of Zendikar is good top end. I guess we could pick up Sheldred and hope to do a Reanimator thing, but even if I was to do Reanimator, I think Jace Vryn's Prodigy is still the best. And actually, I guess I could do it in Storm too. Alright, Jace. What's second best pick in here? I don't even know. Like, maybe Kozilek's a good high upside card. But I'm going to pick up the Jace. Yes, I know. I'm drafting blue again. Jace is a fine fixing card. Like he goes in a lot of decks too. Like he goes in Reanimator, goes in Storm, goes in just standard. Any blue deck will play Jace for his Prodigy. So if we get blue support, I think this would be a strong pick. And yeah, we'll see where we go from there. Time Walk, Natural Order. I mean, like this isn't even a question. So you guys are gonna say I always play blue, but I mean, like, what else would you pick here? Like Natural Order. Well, Treachery's a blue card. I mean, like, what are the most powerful cards? Like, probably Treachery. Well, correction. In this order, Time Walk. Not clear between Natural Order and Armageddon than Treachery. Alright. Time Walk. I think I'm just destined to draft these cards. Yeah, Vidalian Click. Well, let's think about it. Is there a better Storm card of some sort? I could take Duress. I think Vidalian Click is just great protection for any deck, so. Alright, now we have the first interesting pick. So, you do Gitaxian Probe or Tropical Island. I think I'm going to pick up the Tropical Island and see if we can go, like, just. I'd like to do, like, some Storm or something like that, or, like, just something cool. And the cool card for Storm would be, or, like, Oath would be, like Oath is interesting, because, like, it's not that commonly playable. Mana Flare is probably the most interesting card for a Storm deck. Gush. Well, actually, Gush is also interesting for Storm, but it takes you down in land counts. Oath wouldn't work with my first couple picks. I'll pick up Gush here. So I think it could go into combo. Maybe Storm's just not open. Jace Architect of Thought is fine. Or it could be Underground Sea, which is also quite potent. But I think Jace Architect of Thought is just fine. Alright, here Dismember's a fine card. Toxic Deluge is also quite potent. But I think Dismember's probably a better pickup. I mean, it's a one-drop removal spell, basically. Alright, Scalding Tarn or Everflowing Chalice. I think Scalding Tarn is a little better. Okay, this pack again. Well, black's going to be open, I think. Tassiger? Probably. Could loop Time Walk over and over again. Going to Bug, possibly. Whew, excuse me. Bells and Lock is kind of meh. So I have the Jace to discard, the little Jace to discard. I think I'll try the Corpse Dance out for the sideboard. Birds of Paradise, probably. You do have the fixing right now, the Tropical Island to go blue-green. Obviously, we picked up a couple black cards, but we don't need to play the Tassiger. I'll pick up a Hissing Quagmire here. Finks is also quite a good card, but double green may be a bit much to commit to at this point in time, even though I have a fetch for a single green. Alright, the Short Fang is fine. It's a sideboard card for now, though. Maelstrom Pulse I actually don't mind. So we may go into a bug deck. Pernicious Deed, also fine. So bug cards. Alright, this pack. Shardless Agent. It's Time Walk JVP or Birds of Paradise. Watery Grave I kind of like as well, because my fetch land gets it, yep. Reclamation Sage also quite good. There's a Tendrils in this pack, but this deck is not looking to be a Tendrils deck. I just didn't see enough support for it in the first pack. There's Cruel Signet and Is It Signet? I don't know how high I am on those. I think I'd rather have the good mana fixing, and maybe we'll wheel one of the Signets or the Reclamation Sage. Alrighty, so there's an Elf. There's a Wall of Blossoms which I don't mind. Dig Through Time is also pretty decent, but a little bit less good in an attritional deck like this. Maybe it's just a Trigon Predator, which is also decent artifact enchantment removal. But I have a Pulse already, and I have a Pern Deed already. I'm pretty low on creatures. Wall of Blossoms also just a fine, little cycler. I think the Trigon Predator has a high enough chance of coming back. I'm going to pick up the Wall. Alright, so Garruk Wildspeaker, Sylvan Library. Ugin the Spirit Dragon is the most powerful card, but I don't really have ramp. I'm not a ramp deck. Shriekmaw is just kind of a removal. Preordain is actually pretty good because it helps smooth out draws. I mean, Garruk's very powerful, but I don't think my mana is quite there yet, where I want to go multiple double blue spells into a double green spell. I'm going to pick up the Preordain. Alright, Thragtusk is probably a fine card in this deck. Vidalcan Shackles may also be quite good. Yeah, I'll pick up the Tusk, I think. Alright, Flooded Strand. Wooded Foothills can get Trop. Cannot get Watery Grave. Flooded Strand gets Trop and Watery Grave. Sylvan Caryatid fixes mana very well for this deck. But I do have Pernicious Deed, and I may or may not play that, so... Okie doke. Well, this pack's not that great for us. Probably just a Kitesail Freebooter. It's a disruptive little dude. But I'm not extremely excited about playing him. If I'm going to be playing these little guys, though, I probably... the Pern Deed's questionable there. Pern Deed's better with, ramp. Just a straight-up mana ramp. I don't mind playing, one Birds of Paradise, and, the Wall of Blossoms, well, the Wall of Blossom cycles itself, so it's not as big a deal. Pick up a Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is pretty good. Or Baleful Strix. Baleful Strix is also pretty good. I mean, it has a higher chance of wheeling, but I think I like a little Baleful Strix here over a Thoughtseize. Now, another interesting card we could get is Recurring Nightmare would be kind of fun with this deck. It's kind of like a rock blue deck. Blooming Marsh. Painful Shrews wouldn't be bad either. Got a decent amount of threes, though. Look at the Blooming Marsh here. Alright, Reclamation Sage is actually a card that's quite good in this deck. I definitely play that. Good ETB. So we're playing Sultai midrange, essentially, is what this looks like to me. Which is at least something new. Yeah, Buried Alive's fine, I think. Just take it. For this deck, Garruk or Shriekmaw? I think I'm going to pick up Garruk here over Shriekmaw. I think creature elimination, like, you don't need as much of. Although Shriekmaw is quite good, and like if you ever get a recurring nightmare, like Shriekmaw would be a good ad because in a cycle that is quite good. I really don't know here. I think I'm just gonna pick up Argos Bloodfest. Thrun, I'll even put him in there for now. I don't think Thrun's great, but like if Thrun's gonna get played, he's probably gonna get played in a deck similar to this. All right, I'm gonna put the Mana Dork in the sideboard because I'm a Pern D deck. And it doesn't even make colored mana that we could require. I think it's a lot less powerful than like Birds of Paradise. Alright, so pack 3. Well, Consecrated Sphinx is quite powerful. Bayou would be a nice add. Call me crazy, but I think I want the actual Bayou here. Force of Will is also quite good. Commit to Memory is quite good. Like, how am I killing them with this deck? Like, just creature beatdown, right? I think I like Bayou. Bayou's not fetchable, though. Alright, we'll pick up the Sphinx here. If Bayou was fetchable, I think it would be a different story. Virtuous Gearhulk is interesting. Probably just an Urborg. Let's see here. I only have 1, 2, 3, really 3, 4 black spells in the deck, and I have 1, 2, 3 pieces of black fixing. Virtuous Gearhulk is a fine thing. Primal Command is also not horrible. It's graveyard hates, but I don't really ramp, so it's not going to happen fast enough. I think I can pick up 1 Urborg here. Alright, the snake is quite good. Actually, there's multiple good snakes in this pack. I also like the Deathrite Shaman. But I think I'm most interested in this snake. Inquisition's good. Search for Tomorrow is quite good too. I like that a lot in this deck. Especially with Pernicious Deed. But I think it's going to be Inquisition here. Maybe. I'm going to pick up the Overgrown Tomb. Fraley's Breeding Pool? Breeding Pool is sick. Need to pick up a few more playables. Okay, True Name Nemesis is a good threat for this deck. So because I'm at basically, what do I have here? Nine lands in this deck. I'm at 19 cards. I do need to start picking up some actual playables. Like the Windswept Heath would make the mana even better. It would allow me to get the Overgrown Tomb, the Breeding Pool, and the Trop, which is very strong. But I think it's probably True Name Nemesis here over Fauna Shaman. Yeah, True Name not great in the cube, but because my mana is so good, I can probably fix for it. I mean, I don't feel too worried about it. Argos Bloodfast does not strike me as a card that's playable in like 90% of the matchups in cube. Against like hard control, I would play Argos Bloodfast. Kitesail Freeboot are maybe playable. I don't know. I probably will main deck a Thrun, just because like I'm a little threat light right now. And Thrun like works decently well with Pernicious Deed, because you can just regenerate him underneath it. Okay, actually, like so, Snapcaster's pretty decent. Like let's go through this. So Snapcaster gets back Dismember, Maelstrom Pulse, Time Walk, Preordain, Gush. I think I like the Scavenging Ooze just a little bit better in this deck. And maybe Blasphemous. I think Snapcaster is the better card, but yeah, I think I like Ooze a little better for this deck. I just don't think it's extremely likely we're always going to have a target for Snapcaster. I think Bone Shredder is... Bone Shredder, Mystical Tutor. Right? So Mystical Tutor gets nothing like extremely high end. We could Bring to Light, but I don't have like extremely high power. I guess it just gives me another Time Walk. I'll pick up a Bone Shredder here. Green Sun Zenith, what does that do for me? It's probably just a Garruk. I mean, yeah, the Bayou would be nice, but my mana is already pretty darn perfect. Pick up a Garruk here, another Garruk. Just as an additional threat. So I'm at 23. I'd be playing 17 lands at this point. Alright, Virtuous Gearhulk's a card I'd play. And I'd probably play Thrashing Barontodon over Necromancy. I'll pick up a Barontodon. Alright, Search for Tomorrow's pretty cool. Doesn't really matter here. Again, doesn't matter. And sideboard card. Alright, so I think this is going to be the deck. Pretty close to it. 34 minus 9 down to 25. So you may have to cut a little more. Probably not going to be a 16 land deck. So what else do I want to cut from this? Thrun can probably go to the sideboard, I think. This deck probably wants 17 lands. Well, I don't need to play Gush. I don't think. So JVP gets Time Walk, Preordain, Dismember, Search, Maelstrom Pulse. And that's really it. Not a lot of like good targets for him. I'm going to cut Bone Shredder too. I think this is a 17 lander though. Well, this deck at least looks sweet. I don't know how good it'll be, but it looks pretty sweet. And hopefully we can locate an opponent. Alright, so Bug, midrange. I mean, this hand's got perfect mana. It's not fast. This deck's not bound to be fast, though. A lot of its curve starts on 3. That Thoughtseize actually, in retrospect, probably would have been a pretty good pickup. What do we take over it? I forget now. I'm going to keep this, though. And actually, I think I screwed up there. I think I probably should just start fetching right now. No Rofellos one time. All right, fine with Vinhord Elves. That was his draw for the turn. All right, I'm going to preordain here. I know 4 is a lot of damage to take, but I think this is going to slow my opponent down enough that it's worth doing. I could be wrong on that. But I also have the Tusk to kind of get back in. But I want to buy time. With Pulse, I don't think I need to Pulse this right now. I think I can wait a little bit. They may get something huge next turn, but I'm going to also have Mystic Snake up next turn. Alright, so they're going to be at 5 now. So I may be needing to Maelstrom Pulse something. I don't know. We'll see. Perndeed is going to be an important card in this matchup, I think. Well, what do we do for 5 here? Could be like a Bomb Planeswalker, like Nissa. Alright, green's the Zenith for 4. It'd be funny if you found a Thrun. Be like, hey, I got a Thrun too. Although I think I put mine on the board. Alright, Master of the Wild Hunt. That could be annoying. Be cool if he attacked here. He's not going to attack. Alright, I'm going to fetch for likely the Trop. Now, if we could get like one turn of like not much, that'd be nice because then we can like land a Tusk. But it looks like our opponent's going to 6. Unfortunately, I can't just leave Master in play. That's eventually going to get out of hand. I don't have the Perndeed. Library is not great, but it's fine. If they attack here, it'd be good. Alright, I do think that at this point, I'm just going to fetch out the last land that this Skulling Tarn can get, which is should be the Watery Grave. Nope. And then I'm going to leave up the Mystic Snake here. So my opponent is going to go. They probably just draw. If they have bad cards on top, they'll draw. If they have good cards, they'll probably draw. Which is nice because then we can start actually doing a little. We can do some damage to them with their own cards. A lot of live draws in deck though, so we've essentially gone through 5, 2 fetch lands, 7, 10 lands. So there are 7 lands left in the deck. Okay, cool. They did take some damage here, and I should be able to get some decent tempo by playing a Mystic Snake out. That's not a card I care about. That is a card I care about. We'll go ahead and Mystic Snake this thing. You never know if you're fixing for them or not, so I'm just going to go ahead and play out the Tusk here. Attack with both. I got to start chipping away at them. Don't want to let the Sylvan Library just sit around forever. They can obviously do very potent things on this much mana, but I can't really stop them. What I can do though is leave the Baleful Strix back to block if there's something really huge. But ideally, they just kind of miss because then we can start attacking with the Thragtusk, etc. I don't know if my opponent's being facetious or not. Always hard telling. Alright, well, that's a lot of mana. But, I mean, their mana is already pretty robust. They could play, like, a Genesis Wave here. Alright, something huge. Like a Terastodon or something. Alright, it is literally a Genesis Wave for 6. So they'll get a Primeval Titan, and a bunch of lands and a Mox. Alright, none of that's that bad. Okay. Well, it cycles their deck back together, which is good for them. Trying to think of what my best... so what do I really want to have here? Like, Consecrated Sphinx would probably be my best draw. If their last card's good, they could cast it here, too. They have the Lotus Cobra, and it looks like they are going to cast their last card. Obviously, now we are on the blocking plan with the Baleful Strix, and we need a top deck here. Because actually, we may have close to as many lands as they do. Between hand and play. Alright, Wasteland, I don't really care about that. That's not going to stop me at this point. Okay, and 4 mana. Like, what would be the worst for me to see? Like, a Garruk would be bad. Alright, Deranged Tournament. That's fine. That's tons of mana. Alright. Pernicious Deed would be good here, too. They could attack with the Lotus Cobra if they'd like. No, they don't. So it would actually get exalted and it could kill the Thragtusk. Alright, well, I don't think... Yeah, I don't play that out. Alright, so kind of an all-lands draw. Alright, go ahead. And they'll probably play the Echo Cost in this because, like, they know the Titan is going to take a beat down here. Alright. And now it's probably Pernicious Deed or Bust. So we have to tap 3 for that, leaving 4 back. We'll have 5 mana next turn. Maybe there was a... I'm probably going to block the Titan. If the Titan attacks, I'll block it. There's possibly an argument to have played the birds out in case they just don't attack with the Titan. But I think the chances of that are pretty low. Alright, so an 8 mana play. Well, we'll see here. Is this is going to be another Greenson Zenith? Oh, just Ulamog. So what does Ulamog destroy? Probably the Strix, but then I still have decent blocks against the Primeval Titan. Ulamog's going to be pretty hard to kill. That was a hell of a draw. And we're going to have to see what we do against that. Well, green ramp, so we're going to need to... Alright, so I'm going to double block. Very easily. I take 8. My opponent gets 2 more lands out of their deck. We'll block like this, I suppose. Doesn't really matter that much, huh? Okay, any order. Alright, that's just more land. Oop. We'll go ahead and concede here. Yep, we're going to get beat down by the Ulamog. Big green. Alright, big green, you say. Well, Bone Shredder is good against big green. True Name Nemesis is probably kind of bad against big green. I think we can cut the true name. Brontodon, meh. Toxic Deluge would have been really nice here. Actually, like, Gush may be a thing here. I think I just have to really draw better. I have some more decent cards. I'm going to submit this. Pern Deed is going to be pretty important to our plan. I think I want to open or have a way to look for it. This hand's great, though, so I'm going to keep this. We have a turn 2, actually, Vendilion Click. Or Wall of Blossoms if we like, so I'm going to play out the birds. Go ahead and fetch here, find Trop, say go. Go ahead and Vendilion Click here. And see if we can disrupt what they've got going on. They're pure mono green, so they can wasteland me and play out their 2-drop if they like. But natural order is not a thing I'm interested in having happen to me right now. Okay. They attack. No, they do not. Strix first, I suppose. Dismember? Nope, not going to get a Dismember this turn. Play on a Wall of Blossoms. Tusk is kind of cool. Alright, Wasteland, probably targeting Trop. Yep. Alright, Goyf, little dude. Card that scares me the most is Fauna Shaman here. Yeah, Fauna Shaman's probably the correct pick. Probably just block with Bone Shredder and whatever else I want to, yeah. If this attacks, I guess I could just block it with the Wall of Blossoms. Yeah, I'll avoid the trigger. So we cannot shrink the Goyf. I got a lot of mana. Alright, Garuk. I guess we do have a Scavenging Ooze in our deck, so I'll get the lands out. Draw's working out significantly better, but they kept a greedier one that was based on the power of natural order. I'm glad about this block. I guess they have to block, so they'll die, yeah. Alright, so that brings Cradle down significantly. And we've got Pump next turn on the Garruk. Yeah, whatever they play here is not going to be enough. It's Deranged Hermit. And then we'll just, yeah, Garruk Ultimate, and that should be enough. Alright, I like that. Yeah, okay. Just resub. Still, this is about Maelstrom Pulse and Perndeed. Perndeed probably the most. Obviously, Bone Shredder not a card I like as much in main decking. Recurring Nightmare would have been awesome in this deck. Like that would have really brought the deck up, I think, a lot. Um, I'm gonna keep this, but it's speculative. I know that because it doesn't have green mana. No dork. Oh, Oath of Druids against my deck. All right. I mean, he's playing Deranged Tournament with Oath of Druids. Maybe he sideboard on his creatures. Not in a rush here. Like, I'm actually Garrick's also quite nasty. Actually, here, let's do this. I could attack with my man land, but I don't think I'm going to do that here. I'm just going to play out the Garruk Wild Speaker and untap 2. And say go. This Oath is very bizarre to me. I don't think it's a good play. I think this card... Alright, he's playing red as well. Is he going to finally play a creature? This will come off the stack this turn. Probably just get an island here. Alright, start chipping away. Okay, Crimson Zenith for a Deranged Tournament. I assume. Like, what's a good 5-drop here? You could have, yeah, I think it's a Deranged Tournament or something like that. Possibly Acidic Slime to blow up my Hissing Quagmire. Alright, this thing. So I'm going to be the one that gets to use one of my opponent's cards, Oath of Druids here, which is kind of nice, and they will probably never get to use it if I do this right. And they can fight my little creatures if they want with the Master, but that doesn't seem... Alright, choose target opponent. Yep. Wouldn't mind my Shriek, or not my Shriek, my Bone Shredder. That'd be nice. I guess Bone Shredder would be a little risky. True story. Let's see what's going on over here. That's actually really interesting. Alright, we're going to put all the counters on the Vendilion click here, I think. Alright, so they have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, so they can cast the big dude this turn. They'll probably blow up my Garruk. Okay, Woodfall Primus. Either blow up Garruk or Hissing Quagmire. Yeah, Garruk makes the most sense. Okay. Alright, go aggro. Well, this Cradle is making just tons of mana. Another big thing. It's a Green Sun Zenith for like 6 or something. Terastodon, hopefully it blows up my stuff. Yep, okay. Any order? I think it's actually better for them to blow up their stuff here, but they left the Hissing Quagmire too, which is interesting to me. Okay, get in there. Get shredded. Good game, man. And Shredder, yeah, was a very good draw there. So, Bug. I think my opponent could have won that game, though. I do. Like, I think because they have Gaia's Cradle, so all they have to do is blow up their own lands with the Terastodon, and I'm just, like, done. Like, I probably can't win that game. Terastodon can target your own permanents, folks. So, yeah. I mean, it's sometimes making 3/3s is better than the forest lands he had there. I think, yeah, that was probably a misplay on their part. They could have just blown up their own lands, and, yeah. Not afforded me the opportunity to win. Alright, this hand is not keepable, unfortunately, so Mulligan. This hand is better. Has a turn 2 Maelstrom Pulse, and then it's kind of like a dead end after that. As you need to draw into more mana or more gas. It's also lacking blue natural mana. What else would be a good draw? Like, our ramp spell wouldn't be bad. Search for Tomorrow. But I'm going to keep this. Alright, he may go to 5. That'd be kind of cool. We can at least both go down a little bit on cards. I'm going to actually put that on top. So I can cast it next turn. I can hard cast it even if I want to. I don't think I want to Maelstrom Pulse a 1-drop, which is what I would be looking at to Maelstrom Pulse if I just popped it out next turn. So I'm going to play Birds, say go. And then my Birds could also just die too. Who knows? Could be like red deck wins. Just bolt the Birds. Alright, no, it looks like he's white-black of some sort. Okay, you gonna Path to Exile my Birds or something? I'm just gonna hardcast this because I don't have anything better to do. Find an island. And there's my Bugman. I didn't get Leovold. Leovold would have been sick in this deck, so I actually could have played him very reliably. And I think the card is a high enough power level card that it's worth doing. Alright, forest land. Any land's fine here. Well, alright. I lied. Pretty much any land but that one, because I could have played Thragtusk out. Now any land, any untapped land is going to be quite good as well, because I'll play on a Thragtusk. Alright, so they're on junk. I'm going to play Tusk before I play out the Virtuous Gearhulk. Although it's likely that if I draw another land, I'll just put the counters on the Birds of Paradise. Plus, like, Tusk is just hard to remove. Like, you kill Tusk, and, like, what is that? Where does that get you? It gets me another 3/3, basically. Alright. Maybe they're on a similar deck. Alright, Smokestack. I may even let that live, actually. Alright, take 9. This is lethal next turn, so if they want to sit around and try to stack me out, cool. Take the beats. Play like a mana door counter. Play like a creature out. Like if they tap out for a 3-drop, and I can just sack the island and play Maelstrom Pulse on their threat, attack for lethal. Botanical Sanctum, that's coming into play tapped. That's miserable for them. I suppose you play it anyways, though. Could just be a concession here. Yeah. Alright, so Threshing Brontodon becomes a little more interesting against this style of deck. I don't know if I want to bring it in, though. Bone Shredder, not really impressed with you. Alright, we're going to slam. We're going to re-slam. I could do Threshing Brontodon. I really don't like... I have the Reclamation Sage already, so this hand's a keep. This is a good hand. So, Smokestacks. Oh, son of a gun. Why would they put me on the play? They got me. Ancestral Recall, Mystical Tutor, alright. Because they're going to incur inherent card disadvantage, I suppose. They find here nothing they're going to hide from me, so it's at a minimum. Put me on the play. Chart of Course, that card is not... Maybe they have reanimation effects, I don't know. Alright, Botanical Sanctum and Chart of Course. Okay. Draw and discard. The Reanimator, this makes sense. Alright, Mind's Desire. Alright, there's some sort of like weird storm deck. Lotus Petal. Alright. Go ahead and preordain here. I'm going to top the Vendilion Click here. Oddly enough, I do want land, but I'm getting a land next turn off my search for tomorrow, and I think I'm going to want to leave up Vendilion Click just so they can't do anything too busted. You can see like a Heartbeat of Spring here. Alright, Eureka. Well, this is probably going to be bad for us. I mean, at a minimum, I'm playing everything in my hand out. Well, this is possibly going to work out. We'll see here. I do have a Maelstrom Pulse. What is their most threatening threat? Alright, this thing's dying. Or this thing's getting tapped, rather. I screwed that up. Yeah, I should have put the draw triggers on first, because I'm going to target myself with this and just blow up this, I guess. This is indestructible, right? We have a Shroud and an indestructible dude. I'm going to get rid of the Maelstrom Pulse, because like, it just doesn't kill. It's a destroy effect. Opponent's deck seems really hinky, though. Alright, big money, no whammies. Um, if we're really lucky here, like, they'll forget that Garrick has an ultimate and we can win with it. That's all I'm banking on right now. I'm gonna lose the top 20 cards in my deck, but I'm gonna let them see it. Actually, you know what? Let's turn off auto yields here. It's coming at me. That's all that's gonna happen. Oh yes, yes, Garrick. Nope, not even gonna block it. Just taking 10. I guess I should have blocked it with the wall. I think they forgot about this. I think this is enough, too. We're going to see. It's going to be tight. I should have attacked with a 3-3 last turn if I was hoping to bank on this line of play. So they'll take one off of that. Yeah, they put the Inkwell on the biggest thing, yep. We've basically won 2 games in this like cube so far that we should not have won. Like, we should not have won this. If they attack the Garrick, I probably can't win there. But I think I got him here. So this is 4, 9, plus 12. -1, yeah. Should not have won that, but we did. Hey, man. Play well, get rewarded. Play poorly, get punished, I guess. Ring cube. Yeah, but I did make a mistake though. I should have attacked with the Death Toucher. I kind of wanted to leave it back to like scare him off. But I should have attacked with it to do 3 more, just in case they dropped another creature. So if they dropped another creature, our chances of doing that were a lot more dubious. So having the 3 more points of damage in would have been relevant, I think. I mean, this deck's mono fair, so I'm going to keep this. Play Island. Could possibly scare my opponent from doing something. I don't know. Alright, red deck wins. This is going to be a little tougher. And not red deck wins. If it is, Sensei's Dividing Top is the oddest card I've seen in it. Maybe I'm playing at a weird time. I normally don't see Mountain Sensei's Dividing Top. One top is bad in the cube. Maybe they have Tinker. Could be blue-red artifacts. What am I hoping for here? Well, Time Walk wouldn't be bad. It'd allow me to kind of just buy some time. Leave up double blue. I don't like exposing this to Wasteland, and it's possibly technically incorrect because I don't have the counter spell, but I'm trying to bluff them that I do have counter magic. All right, they're gonna top. That's sweet. Well, if they're a mono red deck, I feel good that I kind of got a free turn of them playing top and not playing Goblin Guide or something, so I can play my true name out and just start blocking stuff, and then end up eventually getting up the Maelstrom Balls. Alright, so they are blue-red. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to play out a mono fair True Name Nemesis and hope I don't get tinkered out of the game next turn. We have a pretty clear line of play here. We're going to go into a Garuk. Well, it depends on what our opponent does. Obviously, our opponent has a vote. You don't want 2 of those in that deck. He's talking about a 100-card singleton deck. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm doing cube content and jumping randomly over to regular content. All right, Young Peasy. I care about that. If they have a burn spell, they get a token out of this, but I think I'm still going to fight their dude. They could have Daze. Daze would be the worst thing to see here. That's the line that's the only line I take. I don't like Glimmer in that deck. So far, this seems to be going good, but they're on blue-red, and they could just twin us out at any point in time. So yeah, there's that. I'm gonna put all the counters. All right, they're gonna top again. This is like top. I, there's not a bigger fan of top. Don't get me wrong. I think top is a massively powerful constructed like powerhouse. I mean, it got banned in Legacy. Given some of that was for time reasons, but the other half of it is it just makes miracles just disgusting. Alrighty. Okay, yeah, and electrolyze is fine. It dies. That's like they took their whole turn to do that, so I don't feel too bad about that. I think I'm going to play around Magus of the Moon, which is a card that is in the cube, oddly enough, and I don't really want to lose to. I'm going to play a Virtuous Gearhulk and make the True Name Nemesis a 7-power attacker. Unless they have Force of Will or Daze. Alright, yep, just got him. I mean, I feel like Nezumi Shortfang probably dies to a lot of their burn spells. I'm just going to rejam, guys. I feel like we've gotten a little lucky on our matchups, and like two of our opponents have made some like game-losing misplays in games. Like the first game, we should not have won. Like we should have because we lost one of the games in the match. Like the last game in that match, we should have lost. If they had just harassed it on like 3 of their lands and just said, "Hey, go!" Like I have no outs. Like I'm just dead, and their mana production goes up. Their mana production stays the same, and they have 18 power on the board just from one card plus all the other nonsense they had. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. Yeah. I even time walk turned myself against one opponent and won. Like, it's just... Alright, Lotus Bloom. Okay. That's a little spooky. Especially turn 1. Top again? Alright, Goblin Welder. So they are a Welder deck. So Reclamation Sage is probably not as bad as it seemed after last game. Should say land go. They have will be a like Sundering Titan would be horrible against us. Okay, top. And they're going to be able to Goblin Welder the top into a Lotus. So they're going to have up to 8 mana next turn. It's kind of a lot. I'm just going to walk here. Because if I removal for this Welder, I'm going to use it. Because I don't want them to have 8 mana on the following turn. Oh, I guess they have 2 more counters on this. So not quite there. Ooh. So I counter that? You know, like, part of me just wants to, like, for tempo purposes, put the top back on top of their library. So I'm going to fetch a Trop here, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to blow up the top. Yeah, they're going to put it on top of their deck, but it forces them to replay it next turn, and then I can get Mystic Snake up. So they get to top, try to find their land drop off the top of their deck. That's what they're going to look for is land drops here. But they're going to be redrawing the top unless I just let it blow up, which, frankly, maybe not bad. But they're going to need it to get 2 Lotus Blooms. But I may counter the Lotus Bloom with Mystic Snake on my following turn because I have nothing better to do, and then go into a Thragtusk, and then hopefully go into a Consecrated Sphinx. Yep, of course it blows up, or it goes to the top. Yep, makes sense. I also need to clock them. Like, they're going to do more powerful things with the Goblin Welder, so, like, I need to start hitting them. Like, I don't think I can sit around and do absolutely nothing and, like, wait for a better artifact target. They could have been hasty, but, like, again, see, they're going to play a top out. They're going to leave a mana tied up to stop or to tap their top. And I'm going to be able to at least take them off of 3 mana next turn by using Mystic Snake on it. Alright, so I don't mind having a Preordain, but I'm not going to use it here. Actually, Preordain is kind of far off from being used. The next time I could foresee using it is on turn 6 if I don't hit a land drop in the next 2 draw steps to try to set up Sphinx. So we're going to take the 2 here. Maybe I don't counter the Lotus Bloom. Maybe I counter whatever they do with it. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Alright, so top, yep. A Dirtle. We are gonna try to Mystic. If there's Storm though, if there's Storm, it's they have memory or Mind's Desire in their deck. We saw that last game, right? Or is that in the deck? No, it's in this. No, it was in the deck previous to this. This is a Tinker deck. I think I am gonna. So this is a riskier line, but I think what I'm gonna do is let them Lotus Bloom and play out whatever big nonsense they're gonna play, and then Mystic Snake it. I mean, part of me wants to just like counter the Lotus Bloom and say, "Hey, get bent, bro," but I think it's better just to let it resolve. If I had instant speed, artifact destruction, I'd probably just do that here. So you're going to get an awful lot of mana here. Alright. Land. Just slam it, dude. Alright, so black. Go ham. Go ham, opponent. Rakdos return. Yeah, I don't want to do that. You want to do that? I don't want to do that. Alright, they have 3 more mana off the Lotus Bloom if they want to get rid of their top. So, get owned by a snake. Mystic Snake to the rescue. And now, again, they could have 3 more mana, but that would mean that they would have to commit their top. They would have to get rid of their top, and they would be committing... they'd be losing the ability to Welder on board. So, that's a thing, I suppose. Alright, Birds ensures that I set up my Sphinx on the next turn. But I think right now, I got my opponent kind of, like, dirtling and on the ropes. Like, I need to just clock him out. Like, that's why I made the Reclamation Sage line, because I just knew my mana over the next 3 turns would be tied up. And now if I draw a land, I'm in good shape, and I can just play the Sphinx. If not, I'm going to preordain, find some interaction, and probably play on a Birds of Paradise, and, like, maybe cast a Maelstrom Pulse or something. Who knows? So if they draw a land here, they're going to be 5. Lotus Bloom off of Sensei's Divining Top. Like, Sundering Titan could get cast, and that would be kind of bad. They would only lose 1 land off that exchange, and I would lose 3. Alright, they're just going to draw off the top. Drawing off top is cool. That means they're going to replay it. I think they do know their top card. Alright, they're going to Welder it, but this doesn't work. You get to draw the card, but you get the Lotus Bloom. You get to draw the card, but the top is still dead and gone. Which means this is not like an infinite loop. Like, it's not like Mirror Battlesphere or like Worm Coil Engine where it's just unbeatable. Like, you just keep on doing it. But they could have something big that just invalidates the Thragtusk line, and maybe I wanted to go for a Preordain, but I don't have a lot of counter. I think I don't have any counter magic in this deck. Actually, Scavenging Ooze is going to be a good card in this matchup too. If we need to go to a game 3, because it does help stop Goblin Welder. Just cast like a Jaretti or something. Alright, this card's fine. This card blocks well. Doesn't really change much, though. Okay, and they're going to get their top back. And they're going to make a bunch of red mana. They're going to blow up the board or something. Could be... No, not Tinker. Maybe Jaretti. Jaretti will die to the board, though. Alright, they blew up all the creatures. That's fine. Like, I really don't care about them. They blew up the Welder, too. And now they're down to 2 cards, no mana, and a Sensei's Divining Top. I'm cool with this situation. Land. Land is probably GG's. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm taking the damage for sure. And Consecrated Sphinx, GG. I mean, it's not GG, but it's pretty damn good. There we go. GG's. Consecrated Sphinx, GG's. So, another 3-0 with Sultai, or I call it Sultai, but now it's Sultai's the new name, Bug. Bug midrange, maybe Jank. I think Jank. No, Jank's the old Abzon. Or no, that's Junk. Jank is... I forget what Jank was. Anyways, cool cube draft, 3-0 with Sultai midrange. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, I think this will probably be the last one I do. This is a pretty sweet draft, though. Like, I love like playing midrange in Vintage Cube because like I think it's hard for one, and like it can play a lot of different games against a lot of different decks. And we did get a little lucky. Our first round opponent had a game-ending misplay that they should have won that game, like the complete game, the whole kit and caboodle. And our second round opponent probably should have won the game too. And then our last round opponent, it looked like they had a pretty cool like high-end power tinker deck, but they didn't get the A plus B nature of their deck set up, and like they just weren't able to get there. Plus, I got rid of their own welder. Getting rid of their own welder like gave me a lot of assurances, especially with them on 2 cards. So I didn't feel like I per se was winning that game, the last game there, but I felt like once they got rid of the welder, I was in pretty good shape. And obviously, they kept a draw that really had to draw into a lot more to win. So cool games. Enjoy, guys, and take care now.